You think this is just for motorcycles? Au contraire. This is for people. People living their lives, and I'm going to live my life today and use the step ramp in every chance I can think of. The step ramp is an incredibly versatile tool. It is not rare, it's actually never happened before, that I've had a product for
Correction, it's actually 5 years now because I filmed all this content last fall. So 5 years.
and I still think it's the best money that I've ever spent on any piece of gear in dirt bikes. And it's right freaking here. It's the step ramp from the company called Step Ramp. I have used this thing thousands of times. It is always in the back of my truck, literally always, unless I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta take this out because of some weirdo reason. But this step ramp is absolutely incredible. These things are the best ramp ever, hands down. I don't care what you say, there is no better motorcycle ramp, at least no better dirt bike ramp than these things by Step Ramp. I have literally beat the living H out of this thing. I've had it on uneven ground, I've had it on level ground, I've had it on concrete, I've had it on rocks, I've had it in sand, I've had it everywhere. Sides of roads, on roads, just off roads, everywhere. It's gone with me all the places that I've gone. I've given away dirt bikes with this, I've just traveled everywhere with the Step Ramp. They have two different versions of this ramp. One is the 5-step version, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the one that I've got. And they also have a 6-step version if your truck was super high. Now my truck is a 2018 F-150 that's lifted 4 inches with 35-inch tires, so it's fairly high off the ground, and you can see it actually works really, really well. I wouldn't want the 6-step version unless I had an 8-foot long bed, because this fits in a 6.5-foot bed with the tailgate shut. The 6-step version would not fit in your bed unless you have a bed that's longer than 6.5 feet, which is gonna be an 8-foot truck bed. A lot of us don't have that. So I actually prefer the 5-step version of this thing. Here's another test of the quality. I have literally used this in hundreds, if not thousands of places where it was uneven surfaces. And this ramp isn't even bent, even though I come and I slam this, because most of the time I'm loading the bike, I'm fully geared up and I just ride the bike up in. I will be slamming this thing on uneven surfaces, and look at this. It still true and flat. So you put it on flat ground and the thing is still trued up. I've never seen a piece of equipment in our industry that is as well built and as good of a value as this freaking ramp is. I've never spent better money on any piece of equipment than this thing right here. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking 350 bucks, but it's free shipping, and this sucker will save you from injury. I can't tell you how many times before I had a ramp like this, I almost fell off the freaking truck. This is so much safer than any of the other ramps that I've used. It's literally, well, it's not worth its weight in gold. Actually, it might be. I wonder how much it weighs. But seriously though, I freaking love this ramp. I think it saved me from injury multiple times. And honestly, well, like if you're going out there, like let's say you buy a dirt bike, you're gonna have to have a ramp, you know, and you might as well buy quality. You're gonna get a helmet, you're gonna get boots, you're gonna get all these things, but all that stuff you're gonna have to buy over and over and over again. Multiple sets of gear, multiple helmets, multiple boots, all this stuff throughout the years. And here I am 4 years strong, and this thing is just completely still banging. I know this will last me for 20 years. This is that good of a product, maybe more. It might outlive me. I've never done a video where I've never had a product where I talk about it 3 different times over a period of 4 years, but that's because there's usually something better comes out, or I don't feel as good about it down the road, or whatever, something else gets more innovated. And there are some good ramps out there, but nothing like the Step Ramp. It is absolutely incredible. These things are made out of aluminum. It's lightweight. The craftsmanship is second to none. All the welds are actually still amazing. They're all still intact. There's nothing even loose on this thing. Like, I've not touched it with anything. I've just beat the crap out of this thing and used it and abused it, and it's still going strong. It still sits flat on surfaces. It's like the only thing, there's a slight bend in this bottom rung here because I'm always slamming it with the dirt bike. It's just a little bit of a bow, but none of the other ones are bowed at all. And that happened in the first, I would say, year that I had it. It has not progressed worse beyond that. It is just absolutely incredible. And if you were actually walking your bikes up like they suggest that you do, you wouldn't even have that. But I'm always just riding the dirt bikes in the back of the truck. Well, the only time I ever walk the bikes up is if the truck is in my garage and I don't want to hit my head on like the roof panel or the top of the door as I go in. So I'll walk the bikes up in that case. I just nailed my hand here, so I'm bleeding. But the rest of the time, I'm just riding the freaking bike up into the ramp or up into the truck. And so I'm just slamming this bottom peg down here. This thing is bulletproof. It has been so freaking good. I can't even tell you how happy I am with this ramp. So you should head on over to stepramp.com and get yourself one of these things. Use the promo code KYLE, Kyle, that's my first name, when you're checking out. It doesn't discount the product at all. Actually, it might drop it by 1 cent, but they give me a referral bonus for sending you over there. These ramps are absolutely incredible. They're made in the USA. I believe they're up in Idaho. Really cool company. And if you want to support Dirt Bike Channel in other ways, you can use my links to Rocky Mountain ATV. I have those in the video description, or it's Shop Rocky Mountain ATV menu item at my website, dirtbikechannel.com. And yeah, that would really be helpful so much. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for using the promo code Kyle when you get your step ramp. And until next time, leave a single track. So you should head anything you got to do all day long. You know, your step ramp isn't just a motorcycle ramp. Those steps are for your feet, man. It's actually a ladder. You can throw your ladder away. Listen, I know you think this is just a ramp for motorcycles. You know, there's a lot of places we could use ramps, but it's actually a people ramp. And this step ramp fits the bill. That is a freaking steal. You know, it got me thinking, maybe there's some... Here's a frame check and a sound check and a light check. I feel like we may be a little bit too low.